Windows install media. It's not a thrilling subject, but it officially bit my coworker in the butt a week ago. So let's go over the importance of it real quick. What's up guys, this is Dustin with Rabid Bits. Going over a very overlooked subject in the computer building industry. Those that work with computers frequently at least understand the importance of this. So, little backstory. About a week ago, I get a call from my coworker who I do game with. You've seen him on the channel, it's AJ. They're mowing. Half this video is going to get cut out because of this. This is a short video too. This is what happens when I try to be productive. Build a computer, record information. No, can't have those nice things. Backstory. About a week ago, my coworker, who I have actually played games with on this channel, AJ, gives me a call in a panic. As a lot of us know right now, the May 2020 update for Windows is borking a lot of things. It is really messing up systems. He was getting ready to load a 3D print into his printers and just gets a notice saying, hey, Windows is updating. Not, would you like to update? Windows is updating. It just bypassed his acceptance. So his computer restarts and lo and behold, blue screen. Says his PC device needs repaired. So we spend quite a while on the phone trying to figure out how to build or how to repair his operating system. Unfortunately, he was unable to recover. We were ready for the worst, thinking that he was gonna have to build a new computer or wipe his current one. He's been on the verge of building a new computer for a while. He swears I'm trying to get him into divorce court. I swear I'm not. I swear I'm not. But about 20 minutes or so into the phone call, I had a thought. His computer was built in 2017. I was curious if the Windows install media that he was using to try and repair it was up to date enough to actually repair his system. Fast forward to the following day, he brings his computer into work. I get all my early morning stuff done and I plug this little guy in. This little guy right here. If it tells you anything, his is from 2017. It's still on a disk. Since I've been building computers frequently over this whole quarantine thing, this is relatively up to date. It's several months old, but that's still not that bad. Plugged it in, turned his computer on, did the same exact thing that he had already done before he even called me, and that is startup repair under advanced options of repair the system. It did its thing real quick, restarted the computer, bam, right to Windows. He swears up and down that I'm his savior, yada yada yada. So it got me to thinking. The core issue that happened with his computer was the boot configuration data, or BCD. Now the BCD, I'm sitting here on a Windows startup process Wikipedia. Boot configuration data is a firmware independent database for boot time configuration data. It is used by Windows' new boot manager and replaces the old boot manager. Basically what that means is the handoff from BIOS to the actual Windows media. That got corrupted. And because his disk was from 2017 and has not been rewritten or updated since then, the configuration data has changed since then, and it just would not accept it. So that brings us to the importance of, like I said, this is my Windows install media. The importance of keeping these updated. Had I not had this, we'd still be stuck at, you might have to build a new computer, you might have to completely wipe everything. He's got videos of very important things on there that he just was not willing to lose, which I get. Keeping a Windows Media USB up to date, I'd say plus or minus 6 months, is very crucial to diagnosing and repairing your computer. Now, since then, he has started to back up his Windows to where if this happens again, he can install from a Windows image. I personally prefer redundancies in hard drives. Like, I personally also have no issue reinstalling Windows, reinstalling like Adobe programs and things like that. It's just time out of my day. My primary hard drive that has all like these raw videos on, that sees redundancies. But if you are not willing to throw multiple hard drives in your system to run in a RAID configuration or back up to an external hard drive, a Windows imaging process is a very viable option. Sidetracking. Well, long story short, it does not take much to make these little USB drives that contain the Windows install media. Keep it up to date. It doesn't take much. This is a 256? No. That's a big one. This is like a 64 gig or something like that. If you've never made one before, there's multiple ways to do it. Either A, when you download the Windows Media install software and go into it, you can save it to a USB drive. 2, you can download an ISO. You can use that ISO to burn it to a disk to create an actual CD if anybody out there still uses disks. Or there's a program called Rufus that will turn a thumb drive into bootable media. It'll turn it into a disk. Just doing that every now and then, you know, like in the case of this, here shortly, because I'm going on 5-6 months on this, I'm going to wipe this and put the newer, up-to-date Windows Media on there. It saved what would have been a couple $1,000 because he's been on that tipping point of building a new computer and we just prolonged him having to do it. So guys, just long story short, keep up to date. Windows repair tools, Windows Media installation. It saves a bunch of headache. With that being said, this is Dustin with Rabid Bits. Catch you guys in the next one. See ya.